Welcome back. Well, we are officially in Marathon Month. The Mercy Health Glass City Marathon is coming up on the 27th, so training, well, that's well underway for folks running the marathon. Big events like this aren't only for marathon runners, though, but for the whole family. Race director Clint McCormick and Dr. John Anderson with Nationwide Children's Hospital Toledo are here to talk about some of those health benefits for our little ones, too. Yes, thanks for being here. Hey, how many days? Usually you've got a countdown ready for me.
So today's April 1st.
Can you do math?
26. 26 days till my birthday.
All right. Yes. So you'll be celebrating big time when we get to marathon weekend. But it is a whole weekend of events and races. It's, of course, about the big race, but there's a lot of other activities and events too.
Yeah. So kind of the way that we develop the whole weekend out is, culmination of training starts when you're 2, introduction to the sport, mom and dad dragging you down the sidewalk.
In the stroller or whatever,
But we want to showcase you running as a lifelong sport. And, getting kids introduced at a young age is important to us. And that's kind of where we have the diaper dash, kids run type of thing. And then they go, oh, this is fun. Let me do the 5K. Oh, this is fun. Let me do the relay. It kind of just grows on you as a sport. You may take some time off during your college years and as you're kind of starting your career, but we see a lot of people come back in their 30s and 40s, and that's when it kind of takes off. But it all kind of is rooted in, hey, I did this race when I was a little kid and I had a really good time. How do I get involved again?
Yeah, so you are in sports medicine, so you work a lot with young athletes, and it does start pretty early, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important for kids to just be active on a daily basis, just to stay healthy. Like it's recommended kids and teens get an hour of activity a day, most days of the week. So running's a great way to do that. So
exactly, it's kind of one of those things. You don't need a gym membership, or you don't need, just go outside and run.
Yeah, we used to have street lights and sticks. Right now, just get off the electronics and go outside and run.
And go outside and run. Right. Yeah, talk a little bit about how you work with young athletes and how you keep them active. And I think you probably deal with injuries and things like that.
I do mostly with injuries, and just getting them back out to doing those things. And if something hurts or they're in pain or they do injure something, we find ways to get them better and get them back out there, and doing certain things to help prevent them from getting injured the next time, and making sure they're stretching and warming up properly and doing things like that are really important, and making sure they're getting good adequate nutrition and hydration are always really important as well.
Stretching.
Yeah,
it's a big one, isn't it?
I think early diagnosis or recognition of potential ailments, right? If your legs are different lengths or you have different structural issues, often may not be known if you're not active, right? So I think bringing them in early to figure out how do you get a course correction for that so you're set up for future success.
How big of a deal is it to have community partners to put this whole thing together?
It's immense. One, the knowledge brought to the table that we can offer to the participants, the families. I can't do it myself because I don't have the degrees that this guy has, right? So having the partners with certain specialties really brings, I would say, the whole community aspect together, right? It takes it from what would be just a regular weekend race to a whole community event.
And we know that there are doctors and there are experts and professionals who are there on race day, who are there to look for things, to help with things. Are you usually there on race day?
Usually I am. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there this year.
Not this year. Well, because you'll be running it.
Some of our other partners will be there and things like that as well. So and then we've got all of our athletic trainers that are there on the courses, and to be there in case there is something that happens.
Something that pops up or whatever. Yeah, but this is all getting started with, you have the expo too, where people can get all of their information.
Right, so yeah, as you mentioned, we're in the marathon month now. Now is kind of the time. So number one, if you haven't registered, you need to get registered. Yesterday was our shirt cutoff date, transfers, all the other miscellaneous management of your registration kind of ended yesterday. So now we're in the final stretch of making sure that we have the expo vendors lined up, right? That's going to be starting on Friday, April 25th, and then that continues on Saturday, April 26th, 2-day expo. We have the 5K on Saturday morning, then we have the kids run, and then we kind of go into prep for the longer races on Sunday. So all the final planning stages are happening. We just need people to finalize their registration.
Yeah, get it. If you were training for the marathon, you decided I'm not there. You can maybe do the half or maybe do the relay, or is that all full?
No, everything is still open.
Okay.
We've expanded our capacity this year, so the registration caps haven't been reached because we have capacity.
Great.
Which is good. So if you sign up for the marathon in December with ambitions and your training didn't go so well, go to the half marathon. That's fine. We can transfer you down. Likewise, you can transfer to the 5K or get your friends to join you in the 5K. But more importantly, get your kids signed up.
Yeah.
The kids race is truly the highlight of the weekend, right? Getting those little kids out there, especially the 2 to 4 year olds. I mean, it's just fun because the way they run is just it's just
entertaining.
It entertains, yes.
Yeah, and I imagine it's really important for families as a whole to sort of embrace this, health, this overall health
for
in their
sure,
kids.
yeah.
So for parents to instill that when they're in their diapers,
Yep.
the diaper dash, as you said, very cute. I can only imagine.
And in a fun setting, I think
Right?
helps encourage it
Yeah.
more too. Yeah.
'Cause you have all kinds of activities.
Yeah, so for the kids race specifically, we had the UT football players come out and they get up on the stage and they stretch the kids and interact with them. Then they try to keep up with and run with the kids, but it's interesting
They're pretty fast.
watching a 4 and 5 year old try to run with a 19-year-old, elite athlete. They actually do better than the elite athletes because they only run 10 yards at a time.
Yeah, and they can do it real fast. So get on the website and get yourself signed up, get your kids signed up, all that good stuff because, April 27th is coming up.
Yes.
Pretty soon. All right,
Yes.
good to see you guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being
Thank
here
you.
today.